Real quick story time, and I gotta keep this on a time cap because for some reason or another, I cannot go live. I need um IG to get this together. But I remember one time I was riding in the car with my granny and my uncle, and my uncle, I love uncle, but at this time he was going through a little bout with drugs or whatever. And my granny know her son. Every mother know their child. So he like, mama, I need like $500 so I can get me a car. I need this car. I need to get a car. Woo de woo de woo de woo woo. And I'm gonna cuss real quick in this vid. So bear with me. But it's a method to it. But my granny scrunched her face up and she looked at him and she said, motherfucker, walking ain't never been crowded. And Uncle Feelings was hurt about that. You know what I'm saying? Because it was other people in the car and everybody in the car bust out laughing at the same time. But it wasn't until later on in my life that played in my mind probably 1,000 times. And I noticed that it's been some stuff in my journey that I see and it be like, ooh, and the Spirit of God be like, slow down. Because walking ain't never been crowded. It's some things that I'm going to have you to do on this journey that's going to require you to walk and not run. Because in the aspect of walking, it is a steady pace. It is the opposition of running, in fact. It is a steady pace. And, steady is not standing still, but it will require an individual to be steady and to be consistent, you see. But also in my journey, because walking is not crowded, it might not be a lot of people that walk in the way that I'm required to walk in this journey because it is not crowded, you see. A vehicle can become crowded because it has a passenger space. Not walking, And so I speak on that because throughout my life, I've noticed that some of the things that I ran to were the things that got me in a lot of trouble. It got me in a lot of trouble. One in particular, I remember I had gotten into some trouble when I was young, very young. Oh, very young. And I was going back and forth to court, and I'm young, you know what I'm saying? And the DA talking about all this crazy time that don't even make sense. I'm thinking about writing him a letter telling him holler at me when he's sober. People are like, no, not him. Don't do that. Don't, you know what I mean? But I say that to say that that experience was one that humbled me so much so that it showed me that sometimes you might have to walk and be swift, but you'll always get there. You'll always get there. And because it's not crowded, you ain't got a lot of people in your way. One of my buddies asked me, she was like, what's the whole deal with like celibacy? Like, what is it? What is it about? Is it a spiritual thing? Is it a this? Is it a that? And for me, the aspect of fasting is the definition or definitive of abstaining from. To abstain from. I remember seeing a interview with the late great Dick Gregory, and a reporter asked him, well, Dick Gregory, how have you been able to maintain a certain level of success in your comical career? And he looked at the reporter and he said, he paused for a minute, and he said, when I went out on stage, if I didn't come with a woman, I didn't leave with one. Nigga, this was my job. This is my job. And I chuckled a bit because it was funny, but two, because that was the intent way that I felt about the walk, that was not going to be crowded. Now, my walk and another individual's walk may fairly differ, and my respect level for the other individual does not change. It does not cease, because one of the things that I learned about being in trouble in the penal system very young was the aspect of mind your business. I was assigned to the penitentiary system, and I was very young, but one of the things that I had learned was that I would see some stuff that was like way out of pocket, way out of line. And I had to pretend like I ain't even see it and keep on walking and minding my business. Centaur, you know what I'm talking about, you know? But it was the aspect of you are in a in a cage with a whole bunch of grown people that's in a lot more trouble than you. And you are going to be required to mind your business and keep it moving. Long as there nobody step on my shoe, then nobody step on my shoe. And, you know, for individuals with a heart set upon total righteousness, I ain't got nothing but love for them. That's their alignment. However, in what I do, if it is ever spoken upon, it is for the reasoning of letting it be known that this is what I do and do not do, and I'm back up. Let's have some class and let's have some respect. You know, walking ain't never been crowded. I know that as I'm learning and as I'm growing into the purpose for which I am to be in full alignment with, it's going to require me to abstain from so many things that I was not even prepared for. But the level of obedience may require that, because walking is not crowded, you know. And sometimes I notice that when I walk to places, I might have wanted individuals that I really like in my midst to walk with me, and you know, certain individuals were not required to walk. Maybe they were in a position to have a road there. Vehicles have a passenger seating. Not walking. So I just wanted to come on here real quick and say that, and just put some love in the atmosphere, and send some love to the atmosphere, man. That's just, you know, that's out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks. Yeah, out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks. And I'm always going to be respectful, and I'm always going to be genuine, and I'm always going to be honest, and I'm always going to be noble. And that sometimes it's not crowded. It's not crowded. So, peace.